No, I refuse to rotate the screen. Rotate the screen yourself. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to play it this way. Stupid. Alright, everyone. Canada Grass, out and about. Nothing really going on. I'm just out for a walk. Thought I'd make use of it since I was supposed to stream yesterday and didn't. So, yeah. I'll give you a walk through the city. This is the our law building. The other side, on the other side of that building over there, is where a lot of those scenes happen. Like any courthouse scene you see where people are walking down the steps of a courthouse happen on the other side, like not the other side of the street, but other side of the building. Yeah. Hey Abby, how you doing? What do you think of this season of Superman and Lois so far? Phenomenal. I think the last episode was the weakest one, and even that was still pretty good, right? Like, I would say most episodes have been, an 8.5 to 10 rating. Last episode was more like a 7, maybe an 8. But, yeah, it's been pretty solid, wouldn't you say? How you doing, by the way? Gonna be going for a long walk here. Thought I'd chit chat while I do it. Hey Cal, how you doing? Apologies if it takes me a second to catch up to chat because my phone, StreamYard isn't working on my phone, so I can't play the chat on the side of the screen like I usually would. Instead, it's at the very bottom of my screen, so it's in an awkward position for me because I have to keep looking down at it instead of it being at the top of the screen where it would be easier to read. Hey Cal, thank you. Appreciate it. I think Superman and Lois episode with Clark revealing his identity was the best episode of the entire show. Yeah, I love that episode. I love how hard he tried, so hard, to make that back into a secret, and it just, he did not succeed, eh? But yeah, that was definitely one of the better episodes, in my opinion. I'm sure some of you that are been following me obviously noticed I was at the wardrobe sale yesterday and grabbed a few things there. Unfortunately, a couple of things, like the Flash wardrobe sale, there's a lot of changes that happened between that one and this one. Hey Kogan, welcome. So when the Flash wardrobe sale happened, obviously, there's like 3 times the amount of stuff because there's like 3 times the episodes. But this time, it really feels like the company that runs them kinda did their homework this time. They pulled a lot of stuff that should not have went into the premium section and put it in the premium section. So a lot of Clark's shirts. In fact, when I say a lot, I went through every piece of men's clothing there was yesterday, and I only found 3 Clark jackets and 1 Clark shirt. Everything else I got from the sale, as far as Clark stuff, came from the premium section. So they picked through it pretty thoroughly and put anything that was from him in there, even though it's not supposed to go that way, but they did that. But I grabbed a few things. I think the best find I had of the day was I got Lex Luthor's leather jacket, so that was nice. Picked up a few other small oddball things. Like, I was hoping to max out my budget just on Clark stuff, but there was so little Clark stuff I ended up buying a couple of other people. Like I bought John Henry shirt, I bought a Jordan, or I said it again. I keep calling it a Jordan shirt, but it's a Jonathan shirt. Who else did I get? Oh, I found a Milton Fine shirt, and I picked up a Sarah shirt. I don't know if I'm going back. I mean, I'm not going back this week. Maybe next week I will. But I got to recoup some of that money before I can spend more money. Like, I literally maxed out my budget on it within $10. When I left there, I had exactly $15, $10 bill and some change left in my pocket. So, yeah. What's going on here, guys? I got like 10 blocks of walking ahead of me still. Do they have any Clark glasses? Not a single pair of glasses. Not even like Clark glasses. They didn't have any glasses. I was talking with one of the people that works on one of the shows. He thinks that would have been in the props department, which is weird because, I mean, it's part of something you wear on your body. Why isn't it wardrobe? But yeah, there was no glasses. That was the first thing I went looking for when I was in there. Immediately went looking for the glasses and found none. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, they had everything else. Belts, hats, scarves. All of those are in there. Why aren't glasses? Please remember to take a rest and drink some water while streaming, sir. I don't really need it. I mean, this is uphill, but it's not that much uphill. It is, I don't know how many people do it, but it is really tiring talking while doing activities. It takes a lot out of you. So, it's not bad advice. I don't think I'll need to do it. Especially considering chat's not super active right now. Nice rainy day in Vancouver. Of course. Hello, Mr. Crow. How are you? Are you a Smallville Crow? Is that one of the Smallville Crows, guys? You think Doomsday will return in the finale? I think he might. Because it was just such a weird way to end his character. I think he might. I don't know if he's going to fight Superman, but I think he might return, right? I know there's been people that have run with the theory. That, you know, he'll come back and donate his heart to Clark. And it's not an insane theory. I think it's entirely feasible. I just don't think that's what's going to happen. Do I think Lex will die? No. They've focused so hard on Lois putting him back in jail. It would be just a waste of that storyline if that's not how it ended. You're breathing heavy and your camera movement is suggesting you're slumbering. Stumbling from dehydration. Nah. I do have water with me. I just don't feel like I need it yet. That's for the camera swaying back and forth. It's because I'm holding it in a position I'm not used to. Usually I stream things sideways. I don't stream them upright like this because this is like the way you do when you're a child. So it's not really the way I'm used to holding it, right? Are you interested in Captain America, Brave New World? Sure. I haven't looked at any of the promotional material for it yet, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. But yeah, I'll probably watch it when it comes out. That's the one with the new Captain America, obviously, right? The one that was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? it's downhill from here, so I've successfully climbed the mountain. Did you notice a dip in CGI in the latest Superman and Lois episode? Not really. I don't really sit there and like critique details of like CGI stuff much. I don't know. No, I can't say I did, but I also wasn't like sitting there, like I said, analyzing it. I asked you, think Bucky should have been the new Captain America or Sam, though. I don't know. Don't care either way. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, the last one was not interested in continuing on in the role, so they had to find someone to play him. So, whatever. Doesn't really make that much of a difference, I don't think. I am sure there are some like fanboys who like obsess over the character that are bitter that it's not a white guy, but so what, that is their problem. Why do you have your Christmas lights out in November, dude? That is just unnecessarily uncool. Like, who's putting their Christmas lights on in November? Look at this. Why? Clark may have to retire from being Superman because he's slowly losing his powers. Yeah. I know that's the whole speech they had there the last episode. And I mean, I'm not going to say it because there might be people watching this that haven't seen the spoilers from my blog from the episode 10 shoot, but there is a poster on the wall in Smallville, in downtown Smallville, showing two different heroes instead of Superman. So maybe, right? Hope Doomsday gives his heart to Superman. I know that's a theory a lot of people have. Maybe. I mean, it's not impossible, but it is what it is. We'll see. Thunderbolts will have Bucky and Yelena as the leads. Oh, okay. I remember hearing about that project when it was coming out, like when they announced the project, but I never have paid another second to it since. I know it's getting close because I'll see like in my recommendeds on YouTube, I'll see people like reacting to news about it or whatever, but I never click on it because I don't really pay attention to it on a day-to-day basis. Whenever it's like getting close to airing, I might actually look into it and see what's going on. One thing I forgot about doing this is how cold my hands are getting. It's like probably like 4 or 5 degrees out right now. Hello, Seagull. How are you? Yeah, that's right. Cross the road here. Good, Seagull. No, don't stand in the middle of the road. Dumb Seagull. Silly Seagull. Feeling on Fantastic Four. What do you mean, feeling on Fantastic Four? I don't understand. There's been like 3 of them, hasn't there? There was the one way back in the day with Chris Evans, and then wasn't there like a couple of newer ones they did? So I have no idea. I didn't watch any of them, so I don't have an opinion on any of them. Even though one of them was filmed here. Or maybe even 2 of them were filmed here. I don't know. I know the one with Michael Chiklis and Jessica Alba and Chris Evans was filmed here. I can't remember if the other one was. Glad Lois's cancer storyline is resolved. Yeah, I mean, basically it is. She's still got to go in for whatever the surgery was, reconstruction surgery or whatever. But they can do that like next episode, nothing about it. And then episode 10, we see them in the future and you know, it's all said and done, long in the past by that point, right? So, yeah. I'm probably going to get to the store before it even opens, so I'll still be able to chat for a bit once I get there. And there's a new Fantastic Four coming out. It's actually part of the MCU. Really? Well, first I heard of it. Again, I've never watched any of the other ones, so I'm probably not about to watch a new one. You know? Like I said, I didn't even watch the one that was filmed here, so, you know. Keep looking down to make sure I'm not going to trip over like any loose bricks. Or not loose, but like uneven bricks. There goes a squirrel running across the street. Bye, squirrel. It could be a chipmunk. Don't know. I, to this day, don't know the difference between chipmunks and squirrels. And I'm sure people have told me like 20 times the difference. And I'm completely oblivious to it still. So, yeah. Am I already there? No way I'm there already. I think I am. Huh. They sure are introducing Brainiac late in the season. I mean, not really. I mean, yeah, they are, but also, I guess, not really. I mean, he came in, what, episode 8, right? So 8, 9, 10. He's still got 3 episodes worth of content, assuming he's in every episode, you know. I think one of the things is, because he is in so late, maybe we'll never see him as Brainiac. We'll only ever see him as Milton. So that might be one thing about it, right? So that could be a problem. I thought they were never going to mention Lois's cancer again. I mean, it was practically her main storyline from season 3. It would have been super weird if they never mentioned it again. People think Vancouver is not a tropical place. Well, look, we have palm trees. We are also like 4 blocks from the water, so, you know. What did you think of Tom as Godfrey? I think he carried that episode. Oh yeah, he was really good in it. There's a lot of Wells mannerisms in the way he did it. So like, to me, it's just an alternate Wells, because it felt a lot like an alternate Wells to me. I don't even know what time it is because I can't see the time on my damn phone while I'm on the stream. So I don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait when I get there. Wait, am I actually going the right way? Yeah, I am. Okay, never mind. For a second I doubted myself. Got to get back home as soon as possible because there's some GeoGuessr tournament stuff going on that I need to watch. But that starts at 10 my time, and the store opens at 9. So I had to do as fast as I could, come down here and get it done while I had the time to make sure I could get there back in time. And I was just yapping as much as I could right there to speak over top of the copyrighted music someone was probably playing there. Such an inconvenience that like you have to just like yap non-stop for a minute because there's music playing in the background when you have no control over it. It'll be interesting to see how Superman and Lois finale stacks up against the other shows. Yeah, I mean, What's like the gold standard one? I mean, I would assume you'd probably put Arrow there, and probably Legends would be at the bottom. So like what? Probably like Arrow first, Supergirl second, Flash third, Batwoman fourth, and Legends fifth, I guess. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I cannot like it from my phone, Cal, so I'll have to do that later. But everyone else, yeah, you better be doing that. All right, turn the corner. All right, I'm basically here. I'm pretty sure it doesn't start yet though, so I'm gonna have to wait a few minutes for them to open. Gotta go to the dollar store, grab water and bread like I'm living in the Stone Ages. And James Gunn's DC. Oh wait, I missed a message. Now that Arrowverse is almost done, I guess Star Wars and MCU will become the main entertainment topics to talk about. I mean, for the streamers that do that type of stuff, absolutely. For me, nah. I don't know what I'll talk about, but I'm not watching that stuff, you know, that often. I can't remember the last show I watched from Star Wars. Yeah, 9 o'clock it opens. Okay. All right. I have no idea what time it is, but I will assume 8:30ish. Wander around in here for a minute. It's warm in here at least. There's a photo lab here. Interesting. I wonder what they charge for different photos. Yeah, I think they just do passport photos, unfortunately. Yeah, hard to tell. I mean, the films. Yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, Arrowverse wasn't doing films, so not really in the same competition. But yeah, I mean, basically the only things left nowadays, compared to in the past when we had all the TV shows airing at the same time as movies and that stuff were coming out, and you could hear me yap non-stop for several minutes while I try to drown out the music in the background that is playing right now. But yeah, I'm interested for James Gunn's Superman movie. Yeah, so am I. I think most people are. I don't know anyone that's not. Alright, what do I do? Walk back or go outside? Does anyone know what time it is? Like, tell me the time, the time in your area, and I can just like figure it out based on mine. Like, the minutes will still be the same. It's just the hour will be different. Because I can't see the phone time on my phone while I'm streaming on 8:22. Okay, so earlier than I'd hoped. I was hoping it was at least past like 8:30. I got so long to wait. Still another half an hour until it opens. Where should we go? Unfortunately, there's nothing like really in this part of town that I can think of that is prominent to like Arrowverse seems to show you. 23, yeah. Is this Superman sale, or did you miss it? That was yesterday. Sorry if you tried to tune in for that stream. I could not find the link on my phone for it. Fun fact, while I was setting up this stream, I did find the link for it, but I thought it'd be stupid to play that stream now because the title would imply I was at the sale and I'm not. So I started a completely different stream, and yeah, that's what's happening. But yeah, yesterday was the sale. The stuff I picked up is on my Patreon site right now, but it will be public, say, on Tuesday or something. Got to make some money back off it, so I'm not giving Patreon nearly as much time as I usually would to look through it. They basically got today and tomorrow, and then Tuesday I'm putting it up for public to look at. No idea if you guys heard me through all that. That was a really loud bus. But like today and tomorrow, it'll be up on there, and then Tuesday it will be on public, like here on YouTube. Probably YouTube and Instagram I'll post it on the same day, whatever's still there. Cliff Notes version though, since I guess you didn't catch the start of the stream, Eddie. I have Lex Luthor's leather jacket, a couple of Clark jackets. Unfortunately, there was none of the red plaid fur-lined jackets that he wore most of the series. Couple of shirts of his, and then I got like one shirt each from Sarah, Jonathan, John Henry, and Milton Fine. But I tried to max out on Clark stuff, but they had premium priced everything of his. Like everything with the exception of 4 things that I found in the regular section were put in the premium price section, which really annoyed me. Looking forward to these last 2 episodes of Superman and Lois. It's been a really good season. Yeah. We were talking about that a while earlier. Yeah, it's been a super good season. Lex's jacket, oh cool, yeah. I had a friend there to help me, and I sent them into the premium section while I looked around in the regular section. And they found more stuff in 20 minutes in the premium section than I found in 2 hours in the regular section. So I'm glad I sent them in there, because if I hadn't got the Lex jacket, I mean, I already considered, I consider what I got there kind of disappointing, but if I hadn't got the Lex jacket, I would have considered it massively disappointing. Like, night and day difference, you know, how much that jacket will make. Even though it's the most expensive thing I've ever bought at one of the sales. Like I said, the company putting it on this time, I think they did a lot more of their homework this time, and we're getting pushy with trying to price some things to make it more profitable for them. Like the Lex jacket was more than double of anything I'd ever bought before at one of them. So what the hell is the pumpkin doing up there? We've got this art piece here, and it's always here. Someone's put a pumpkin on top of one of their heads. I don't know why, but yeah. We'll have to name him Peter. That's now Peter Pumpkinhead. But we're now down near the water here. This is what's called English Bay, which if you head out that way far enough, you'll eventually get into the ocean. A little gloomy out here right now. It's all wet and rainy. Gotta watch where I'm walking here, because there's all sorts of differences in the steps that I was just stepping over. Yeah, here we are down at the beach. Perfect day to come out and get a tan. Everybody run out of questions? What's going on here? Where is everyone? I still got 20 minutes to kill, you guys. Thought you guys would have a little more excitement, a little more energy, keep me not cold. What's the temperature there? It's been cold here last week. Yeah, it's probably like 4 or 5 Celsius right now. Fahrenheit, that's like 40 something, like very low 40s. Because 32 is 0, so probably like 40-ish. No alcohol. Don't bring your alcohol here. No one would ever break that rule here for sure. So here's a map of where we are. We are, where the hell are we? I mean, I know where I am, but it's down here. Okay, so we just came off of this street here. So we're like here somewhere. Maybe here. Oh, you can't even see where I'm pointing. Duh. I'm pointing on the map and you guys couldn't even see what I'm pointing at. So some interesting locations. Right about here, no, it would be more inland. Like here, somewhere in this stretch is where they did the double wedding for Felicity and Iris and Barry. Bayshore Hotel, they used a few times for different Flash things. Convention Center, they used a few times. What else is marked here that's interesting that they might have used? Fortunately, I think that's about it. Like things that are actually marked on here. I mean, obviously, they've used locations along here all the time. These like 3 roads right here that I got my finger over, like this stretch here, they've used a lot. This big green park here, they've used a few times. And Last of Us was also down here recently. But yeah, these roads just like in this stretch right here, they've used them a lot for different scenes. Yeah, so if you're ever in Vancouver and you're like, yeah, I wonder where there's some filming locations. If you just walk between here, down past here, like you'd have to walk a few more blocks off this way, and then up here, and then over here. If you just do a block around here, you'll find like 10 filming locations in that area. Yeah. And I mean, if you are at the convention center and you're looking out facing Stanley Park, you won't be able to see it. You won't be able to tell where it is because it'll just be a speck of dot to you. But over here would be the Felicity West Allen double wedding scene. But I don't know what else to point out. Todd Helbing did a really good job with Superman and Lois. Yeah, and it's funny because we all were moaning when he got the job, right? Remember? We were like, no, not him. And he's done a very good job. Tom Cavanaugh character Godfrey was another character that was on Smallville in the final season. They used the character Godfrey when he was taken over by Darkseid. Okay. Yeah, see, I would have never known because I did not watch Smallville. So I could not have told you that. I need this hour to go faster. Ugh. It's like barely 10:30 or 8:30. This hotel over here has had stuff filmed at it before, but I don't think anything from the Arrowverse. Or if it was, I can't remember the scene right now. But I know, like on my GeoGuessr map for filming locations in Canada, I have this hotel marked on it. I just can't remember what locations were there for. I think it might have been for Fringe. I think it was used in Fringe. I wonder if there will be any Arrowverse references in the finale. That's a good question. I mean, they know there's no other shows after it, so even though they're not technically part of the Arrowverse, they're still technically the last show that can show something Arrowverse related. So I wonder, I don't know. I hadn't thought of that really, but I guess that's possible. Yeah. I can't remember. I know I've seen this hotel in scenes, and I know it's on my map, but I can't remember what show it was used for. It's this hotel, by the way. And I know you couldn't see it because I had the camera angled the wrong way. Across here, make sure I don't step in the big puddle there. Yeah, I can't remember what scene it might have been done with. I'll have to check when I get home, and then maybe put it in the description later. Do you think Flash would have been different if Todd stayed until the end? I mean, almost certainly it would have, because you're talking about two different trains of thought, right? It'd be like the same as if like I took over the series. Like everybody's gonna have their own like idea how they want it to play out. So yeah, I think that's for sure probably a thing that would have been different. But how? Who knows, right? I think Dr. Death is a good choice for the next MCU big bad. I have no idea. I don't know anything about the character. I know I say this all the time, and I know most of you guys already know this, but it's not like I read all the comic books or anything, so I have no input on what is or isn't a good character, whatever, you know. I did say a while ago, and I'll still stick to it, because that's the character that Downey's playing, right? I said this before, and I'll stick to it. Like, if they make it some variant of Tony Stark, I'll probably be okay with it. If they just completely have him play a new guy and the guy's name is like Fred Jones, I'll be like, that's stupid. This is fucking Tony Stark. Just fucking make it a variant of him and be done with it. But we'll see. We'll see how they handle it. Alright, I think when I get back to the mall, I'll probably wrap this up. We'll see though. I think part of the reason I'm feeling now is just walking and talking is a little exhausting. But maybe once I'm inside where it's warm, I'll think differently about it. But and if you have any last questions, you might want to get those in now. Especially if they're super chats. If they're super chats, I'll make an effort to answer them before I log off. I wonder how Superman will get his powers back after John Henry Irons did that work on him. It was implied that he won't get his powers back. I don't know if you missed something in the scene, but John Henry basically told him, like, eventually you're going to lose your powers. So, I don't know if you missed that part of the scene or what. Shh. But yeah, John Henry basically told him, like, eventually you're going to lose your powers. Now, do I think that'll happen? Maybe, but we'll see. That ending to last week was shocking on Lex hacking the suit. That was insane. Not that insane. I mean, it's funny because when they did the whole crash scene, the one that I photographed in that, I knew, like, I just knew in my gut that had to be a, like, interesting character. They didn't just have a random crash on the side of the road for nothing to take up like 60 seconds of screen time, right? There was a reason for that character, and especially when they zoomed into him at the end of the scene, showing him on the ground pretending to look like thankful. I'm just like, something suspicious about this guy, but I didn't know what it was yet. And neither did anyone else. But yeah. What are my experiences with Tyler and Bitsy? Mostly good. I have found both of them, like, I wouldn't give them an A+, but I would give them, you know, a solid B+, A-. Like with Bitsy, she always signed when I asked her, but there were times where her body language gave off the vibe of like, I really don't want to do this, but I am doing it. And then with Tyler, they're mostly good interactions. The only negative interaction I really ever had with him was when he was doing the crossover for Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the crew of, what episode were they working on at that time? It's the episode where Oliver dies the first time. He was on the set for that episode, and the crew basically like bullied him into not signing. And he was like, I'm sorry, I can't. They tell me I can't sign right now. And I'm just in my head rolling my eyes, kind of like, dude, you're the fucking actor here. They're random crew members, like, you can do what you want. You're choosing to listen to them. So besides that, I always had good interactions with them. Yeah. I wonder, will Natalie get another suit after hers was destroyed, like they were trying to stop John's suit? Well, yeah, I think so, because again, there are spoilers on my website that if you look on there, you'll kind of see the answer there. You won't have to wait. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you completely, but I think I kind of spoiled it for you. What time is it now, guys? I kind of should have paid attention when you said last time and calculated it to the time on my feed, but I did not. That was a badass crossover too. I'll miss the Arrowverse after this. Well, technically the Arrowverse is already over if you listen to them. I gotta find somewhere to sit down. If I find somewhere to sit down, then I'll probably stream for a few more minutes. It's gotta be somewhere here. And even though it's a small little shitty ass mall, it's gotta be somewhere. Staircase will work. Unless someone comes down the staircase. Alright. So no one's got anything else clever or witty to add? Maybe I should wrap it up? Is that what you guys are saying? Shut up, alarm. 42 minutes. I'll try and squeeze this out to 43 minutes. But kind of feels like everyone's done their questions, so. Man, so many shows gone. The Flash, Arrow, Naomi, Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman, Superman and Lois, Supergirl. I don't know why you ended with those 3 shows, or 4 shows. Naomi, no one even knows Naomi was on the air. It was so rarely watched. Do I have a Kleenex in here? My nose needs to be emptied. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you guys for a second. All right. Yeah, it's probably time to wrap this up. Thanks everyone for hanging out and keeping me distracted for 40 minutes. I had a feeling it wouldn't make after just one season. Yeah, I mean, it was coming in late to the game. If it had been earlier, if it had been like the 2nd or 3rd superhero show on the network, maybe it had a fighting chance, but it came in way too late. CSCG, have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Cal. You too. Thanks again for the super chat. I think we are going to wrap this up, though, guys, because I think the store will be opening in the next 20 minutes. Don't know when my next stream will be. I might do one tomorrow. I might live stream episode 9. We will see how my sleep schedule is. Last couple of ones I've missed just because I have been not awake at time. Yeah, but that's it. I will see you in the future. Have a good one. And I just have to figure out how to end this now. Yes, that's the button I wanted. Bye.